All right, and let's try again. Hi, welcome back.
Welcome back to another episode of Music Mondays. This is episode 52.
Holy moly, mackerel.
I know. That's a year, right? There's 52 weeks in a year?
Whoa, yeah. It's been over a year, though, since we started.
Oh, no.
Because it technically our year anniversary is already passed, I think, because we took time off.
My headphones just made the I'm dying sound.
That's not good.
So I'm gonna run and get other headphones if you would like to talk about a story while I'm gone.
Yeah, so a story. So today, I was walking outside to try to go to the pool that's at my complex, which is always closed for some reason. And you know, if any of you live in the Midwest area, which most of you probably do because all of our listeners know who we are personally, we have been just getting a lot of rain, and it's not been sunny or nice at all. And so when it is sunny, I really want to go outside because I just sit in my house all day because, you know, that unemployment life is super sweet. So every time I've tried to go out, the pool has been closed on the sunny days. And I'm like, what is the deal? And they're like, the chlorine's too high. And I'm like, well, that's stupid. And so I went out yesterday. It was actually open, so I went outside and I sat in the sun for a little while. I got really sunburnt, which is cool. So then I decided it would be a good idea to go back out into the sun today because I'm already sunburnt. And so I tried to go outside, and of course the pool was closed, and they said they're going to open it at noon, and it's a little after noon right now. So if I go out there in 30 minutes and it's not open, I'm going to be pissed. And so then my other story is, last night, Luke and I walked outside for literally 2 minutes, even if that, and I have 9 bug bites total on both of my ankles, and it burns always. And Luke had a bug bite. It looked like the little ball on that your ankle bone makes. It looked like another one of those. His bug bite was so huge. So Taylor's back now, and that's it. That's all I had. Those are my stories, and they were literally not interesting, and nobody cares about them at all.
You guys might have heard me rustling around, and then you also might have heard when I disconnected my AirPods to plug in actual
you can
headphones.
Just cut that part out. I was talking. I was smooth.
Yeah, you can just.
I was smooth talking the whole time, so I'll just get rid of that shuffling enough.
You can just, mute me for that little bit.
Mute me.
Mute me. All right. Well, I'm back.
She's back. Should we do a quick LaCroix ASMR?
Sure.
I don't think you could hear any of that except my at the end, so whatever. Yeah.
So today we're talking about this really nice lady called Faye Webster.
Yeah.
And her album Atlanta Millionaires Club. So Faye is 21 years old. She's from Atlanta. Her debut album was titled Run and Tell. It came out in 2013, and it was an independent release as far as I know. I couldn't find anything that said otherwise. Her sophomore album was self-titled, Faye Webster, and it was under the label Awful Records, and that came out in 2017. And then this album is her third album, and it's under another label called Secretly Canadian. So she's hopping around, doing her thing.
Hopping around.
She's also apparently a great photographer.
That's cool. We love. I don't know what I was gonna say.
Versatility.
Versatility. I wanted to say diverse, but I'm like, that's not the right use of that word. I don't think. Versatility.
She has almost 450,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, and she has 15.7 thousand followers on Spotify. So
that's
she's
cool.
Small but known.
Yeah. Small
but good and known. I think Kingston, her most listened to song, has 3.4 million plays.
That's a lot.
So
that's a lot of plays.
It's a lot of plays. Especially with it being from her newest album, but I think she did release it as a single earlier in 2018.
Oh, yeah.
So that helps it a little bit. But this album, Atlanta Millionaires Club, was released May 24th, 2019, so it's fairly new. It's only like a month-ish old.
Month-ish.
I read somewhere that they classified it as pedal steel bluegrass folk pop.
I don't know what the hell that means, but okay.
I don't either.
But it's right. But they're correct.
Right. I don't know what pedal steel is, but I agree with bluegrass folk pop.
I think the pedal steel. Now this is literally me just taking a stab at it. Is it maybe the guitar that's like, you know how they play it with like this?
Yes. It's like sitting down and they have
there's
those
a 99.9% chance that I am wrong about that, but I might also be right. That's the only thing that I can think of that it would be. I saw a guy once.
Pedal steel guitar. Yes, it is the one that sits on your lap and they wear the thymbles on their fingers and it goes.
I am such a musician. Not really. Wow. I don't know how to play anything. I saw a guy once. Sorry, I have a sidebar. I saw a guy once. Okay, I'm going to give context to the story. My dad makes friends with everyone that he meets, and he made friends with this musician down in South Carolina that's, like, always playing when we go down there, and so we would always go and see him, and he would use a hot sauce bottle as his slider.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's it. That's the story.
There was a guy who played the pedal steel guitar at this ranch that my grandma and grandpa used to always stay at, Grapevine Ranch in Arizona. And he was cool. He would play that guitar while we all played spoons.
I want to see you playing spoons.
Not like playing spoons as an instrument, like the card game where you like attack people.
I thought you were like on your knee, like.
No, I wish. The funny thing about that ranch is that they had a belt buckle that said spoons on it. Like, just the buckle said spoons really large. Nice. And they would have, like, spoons tournaments. And these women would come down with these giant rings. And they'd wear them backwards so that the rings would be on the bottom of their hands. So they could stab you. And, like, people would bleed.
Ew.
But spoons is a really fun game, so.
It is fun.
But you would get to wear the buckle for the week that you were there.
Nice.
If you won.
Nice.
So
people would bleed.
Yeah. So Faye was quoted saying that she has to write about very personal things to even want to write. And I also read somewhere that they described her lyrics as disarmingly direct and sorrowful, but can also be funny.
Yeah.
And I agree with that.
I agree with that also.
Like, this album makes me really sad, but also feel so good.
So yesterday when I was laying by the pool, you missed that part of the story, but you know.
No, I had headphones in the whole time I was walking around.
Okay, so yesterday,
I heard the whole story.
Good, I'm glad. Yesterday when I was laying by the pool, it was just so stereotypical. God, I am not with it today. Anyway, like you know in like a movie where it's like really hot and it looks wavy and there's somebody sitting outside, like that's what I felt like because I was listening to it and sitting outside in the sun and like probably giving myself sun damage, and that's what I felt like. I felt like I was in one of those movies where it does that.
Okay.
The end. I don't know what to say. I've already had to kill an ant and a giant flying creature today, so I'm just like having a time.
Okay.
Anyway.
I've done nothing. I woke up and I ate breakfast and then I sat on the couch and watched TV.
Good.
I might go lay out by my car later. For context, my apartment doesn't have anywhere for me to lay out. Like, at all. Like, we don't even have, like, a rooftop lounge or anything like that, which is pretty typical for apartments in Indy. We have nothing. But we do have this little patch of grass in between the fence and the parking lot. And so I set out a towel in the grass next to my car, and I kind of just look like a dead lady when I'm laying there, but it worked out pretty okay.
It's fine. Yeah. You should plant a sunflower seed. Just one. See if it grows.
The landscapers would be like, why the fuck? Evan already throws our coffee beans, like our used coffee grounds.
Does he grow
He doesn't like to throw them in the trash because they stink. So he just pours them in the landscaping because it looks like mulch.
Nice. I should find a better way to dispose of my coffee grounds. Luke and I have been really trying to be better about being environmentally friendly, but it's just hard sometimes, you know? I need to put my coffee grounds on my plants. Maybe I'll do that. That's,
Or just find a tree and throw them around the tree, and it looks like mulch.
yeah, that's true. Anyway.
What's your favorite?
My favorite is Pigeon, I think.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it was really good. I'm just having a hard time describing this. I don't know why I'm having a hard time forming any sentences today. I say as if that's something that's new and unlike me.
Yeah.
It was just, the chord progression was really good. I mean, I liked all of the songs. I saw down there that you said the one thing you didn't like was one thing that I also didn't like. But this one just kind of like stuck out to me. I just thought it was like, all of them are very pretty, and this one was a little less pretty, and I think I liked that about it. Man, how profound. Dear
That
God
was.
in heaven.
I also like that. Like, I don't think pigeons are carrier birds.
They used to be.
Like, I don't. Were they?
Yeah. Yeah, they used to.
I thought it was crows.
No, it was the carrier pigeons, yeah.
Oh, carrier pigeons.
Yeah.
I'm a crackhead. Sorry, I forgot. Have you heard the theory that pigeons aren't real and that they're all government employees?
I have heard the theory that, like, all birds are government employees.
Specifically pigeons.
Do you remember when you said the thing to me? You're like, birds came back whenever something happened. And I was like, oh, yes, sick. Because I thought you were talking about the fucking scooter. And you're like, no, like, actual birds. I don't remember what you said.
No.
I don't remember but I remember that distinctly, me thinking that you were talking about scooters. Oh.
That's funny.
Oh, hello. Sorry, my laptop just dinged real loud.
Bonk.
It's an email. Let's see if it pops up.
My favorite was Kingston. It might be because it was like the first one of her songs that I heard. Or it could just be because it's really fucking good. I can't tell. Excuse me.
Hello?
Loud fucking truck that passes my apartment 15
Update.
million times a day.
That email was from an Urban Outfitters deal sale. I'm sorry. I'm like attached to my email because I'm waiting to hear back to see if I got a job or not. And so every email
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh. Anyway.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll go into what I liked.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna read what I wrote. You can feel the pain in a lot of these songs.
Mm-hmm.
And her voice sounds like crying feels.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
It makes sense to me, and that's what matters.
Like, I think I said a minute ago, like, it makes me so sad, but also feel so good.
Like, it's like a, like, you know,
that's
when
how
you're
crying
really
feels.
upset and, like, you just need to cry, and it's like a cathartic cry. It's not a cry that makes you feel worse. It's a cry that makes you feel better.
Or, like, do you ever repress your feelings for, like, a month and a half, and then all of a sudden you're sitting on the couch by yourself and you just start crying
Yeah.
and you kind of go into an alternate universe and you're like, where am I? And then you come back and you're like, I feel better.
Yeah, literally, I had one day where I literally every 30 seconds I would just start to cry for like the entire day. And I was like just so exhausted, but everything that happened I would just start crying.
Sometimes I'll just be watching TV and Evan will look over at me and he goes, are you okay? And I said, what? And I'll just like have a couple tears.
Yeah. Literally that happened
My
to me.
emotions leak out when I'm
That
not.
happened to me last night
paying
at
attention.
Kroger. Luke kept almost running into people because he just has to go so fast everywhere. And I would laugh, and he like makes fun of me because when I laugh I just wheeze really hard.
Right.
And he goes, can you stop wheezing every time I almost run into someone? It stresses me out. And I just got really upset.
You running into people stresses me out, Luke.
Take out the whole world and I won't wheeze at you.
Christ.
Oh man, we should stay on topic. Sorry I interrupted you with all of my bullshit. Continue with
The,
things you like.
I really like the softness of the song Hurts Me Too.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that there's saxophone in the chorus only. It just is really pretty. And that's the instrument. While I was listening to the song a little bit ago, I was like, what is that instrument? It's the steel guitar. It's just so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
The Johnny reprise has got me fucked up.
Man.
I also love the line in Johnny that says, my dog is my best friend and he doesn't even know what my name is. Like, I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
But it makes me cry.
But It hurts me physically. I'm like, oh my God, you're right. Scruffy loves me so much, but he literally has no idea what my name is.
Yeah. I know, whenever I feel like my dogs love me so much, which they do, I realize that they love everyone that hard. And I'm like, no, I'm not special, and you don't actually know who I am.
Well, that's one nice thing about Scruffy is that he's mean to everyone until he likes them.
That's good.
Like, he bit me the first time we met.
That's good. Evan also bit you the first I'm sorry, that came out more inappropriate sounding than I meant it to.
Oh, man. I also really liked the boppiness of Come to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think that folk could be boppy, but I guess that's why it's folk pop.
Yeah. I talked about, and I'm gonna use that as a segue into what I like. Man, I wish we still had video because you could just see what I'm doing right now. I also would probably just do a lot less weird shit because I control myself a little bit when I'm on camera. And now I'm just doing weird shit because I'm not. Anyway, this is like just not what I expected it to be. I heard the opening of Room Temperature and I was like, what the fuck did she send me? What does she want me to... What is this? Does she know who I am? I don't like country music. I also was surprised because I was like, Taylor doesn't like country music. Like, what? What the fuck? And then she started singing, and then everything else came in. And it's literally, that's the only country music element. And I said it was like a genre blend. Yeah. I guess you could call it that, you know. And it works. It really works. Like, if country music sounded like that, I'd listen to it. But then it also wouldn't be country music. But I would listen to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I also said I liked the Johnny. I like Johnny and the Johnny reprise. Is it reprise or is it reprise? Because I've just never been...
I always say reprise.
I do too, but I've never known for sure. I had a director in high school that said reprise, and we were all like, it's reprise. And he's like, it's reprise. And I'm like, well, should we listen to you? Because you actually have... Anyway.
I'm not French.
I'm not French.
I think the reason that I am attracted to this music is because even though I hate country, it reminds me a lot of the stuff that I used to listen to, like Ray LaMontagne and even Brandi Carlile and Amos Lee, David Gray, like the bluegrass rock kind of stuff that I used to listen to. This is similar, but instead of like a rock vibe, it's a pop vibe.
Yeah.
And I really like it, especially since I've gotten more into pop music.
She's a pop girl.
Like it. I like the pop music.
I like pop music.
What do you listen to?
Music.
Top 40?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I really like 80% of the song Flowers.
Yeah.
I don't like the Father feature.
I don't either. I was into it until it happened, and it's like nothing against Father, I guess. I just didn't think that it fit.
Yeah, it didn't fit there.
No.
I don't think it belonged. And I just... She's very into the R&B scene in Atlanta. So it makes sense for her to do an R&B feature.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't the right fit for me. And it makes me sad because I love the rest of the song.
Yeah, and it's like...
so pretty.
I mean, like, the actual, like, just the feature itself on its own, it's like, that's fine. It was fine on its own if it was something else.
Right.
But yeah, it's like...
Right.
You go through this whole album, it's got these country vibes and these really soft, like, just really subtle, like, nuances and all that kind of stuff. And then it just, like, that just comes out of nowhere. It doesn't fit in the song, and it also doesn't fit at all with any of the album. Like, it just didn't, it just was, like, it just came out of nowhere, and I was a little confused. And then I skipped it, and I felt kind of bad, but I skipped it, sorry.
That's all right. But yeah, I like her a lot. She's really cool. Pitchfork really likes her.
As they should.
I guess I'm gonna record more, and whatever lost,
happened?
I
What did
guess.
you do?
I just saw GarageBand bouncing.
Oh,
So.
okay. GarageBand stopped
All right, I
recording
guess we
on
just close it
Taylor's
out
end.
from here, huh?
So I'm going to talk and bridge this gap while we come back for technical difficulties. I guess I could always just like 650. So yeah, it just 10 bars. Okay, so yeah, we'll just okay. Are we back? We're back. Sorry. Technical issues. GarageBand is hot trash. So yeah, that's it, I guess. What are we doing next week? We got fun plan.
Fun plans. We have a returning guest.
Returning guest, our friend Chris. You know him. We talk about him on every
Chris.
episode because he's our favorite guy. Yeah. Pew.
Well, he wants to talk about Jagged Little Pill by Alanis Morissette, and I had no arguments.
Yeah.
I said, absolutely, let's do it.
He was like, what did he say? He goes, "Can I be on the podcast?"
Y'all looking for a feature?
Yeah, and he's like, I want to do this. I want to do this album. This is my first, second, and final offer. And then he was like, actually, like, you guys, and we were all like, yeah, cool. And he goes, no, if you guys don't want to do it. And we're like, we literally never objected at any point. And like, we're planning it out. And then he was like, no, if you don't want to, we don't have to. And we're like, we literally already said yes, we would do it.
It's cool, dog. Let's do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plan in motion.
Plan in motion. So Chris is going to be back. It's going to be fun. I'll put in a fun
In the
picture.
meantime-
I should put baby Chris in there.
Oh, you should put Baby
Man.
Chris in there.
Baby Chris is good.
In the meantime, you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all of the above at Music Monday Cast. Listen to music. Tell us what you like.
Interact with us on the thingies because
Yes.
Jesus Christ, I am on some kind of drug today. So I apparently can't do anything.
That's all right.
That's okay.
It's all right. Have a musical Monday.
Do it.
Bye.
Do it. Bye.